Now when I say red, y'all say claws. Red claws, red claws. When I say red, y'all say claws. Red claws, red claws. We on the main stage, we on the same page. We getting buckets, baby, put it on a replay. Go red, go white, go red, go white. Now when I say red, y'all say claws. Red claws, red claws. When I say red, y'all say claws. Red claws, red claws.
Well, Evans, we are coming down to the wire here. The season almost over, but hey, pressure's already off to this Maine Red Claws team. They are playoff bound once again.
Playoff bound for a second straight season, third time in franchise history. They're just playing great in February and March, and they've locked up that playoff berth.
Guys are getting it done as well on the courts, getting the calls up. Cody Clark, he is getting ready for his second 10-day with the Boston Celtics. Just a great story. Has improved immensely throughout the year. Then, of course, well, Tim Frazier came in for a few weeks, did his thing, and has already headed out to New Orleans.
Well, you got to love the NBA D-League where you get Tim Frazier gets waived by the Portland Trail Blazers, so he comes back to the Red Claws. Red Claws control his rights, comes down here and just kills it in 8 games, gets the job done, triple-double, 2 Performer of the Week awards, and he gets the 10-day call-up with the New Orleans Pelicans.
But it's been a total team effort, and it's been really since the All-Star break. The record since the All-Star break is unbelievable. They've really stayed in first place this last month. March has been so impressive so far.
It's just 3 losses, February and March combined.
The Maine Red Claws have been working hard all season, building towards another trip to the NBA D-League playoffs. Coach Scott Morrison has found a way to make this Red Claws team work just like he did last year. A red-hot month of December got the Red Claws right back on track. Maine won 7 of 9 games in December, led by Jordan Mickey. The Celtics' second-round draft pick made Red Claws history, becoming the first player in franchise history to win Player of the Month for December. Mickey is averaging a double-double and leading the D-League in blocked shots. On December 31st, Mickey recorded the 9th triple-double in Red Claws history, 13 points, 13 rebounds, 10 blocks. After the All-Star break, the Red Claws again went on another tear, going 8-2 in the month of February and started March with a 7-game winning streak. The Claws just keep winning, taking 14 of 16 games. In the process, the Red Claws surged into first place in the division and clinched their 3rd ever playoff spot. It's the 2nd straight for Coach Morrison, who has become the winningest coach in Red Claws history. Meanwhile, a Gatorade call-up, Cody Clark, who has averaged 16 points and 7 rebounds a game and was pivotal in the Red Claws' winning streak, signed 2 10-day contracts with the Boston Celtics. February also marked the return of Tim Frazier to the lineup. The reigning D-League MVP and Rookie of the Year, Frazier was waived by the Portland Trail Blazers and returned to the Red Claws.
Welcome back to Maine, the reigning D-League MVP and Rookie of the Year, Tim Frazier. What a season it was for you last season, Tim. Just talk about winning those awards, the year you had, and how it helped you going forward into training camp.
Oh man, it was truly a blessing to be able to, of course, win those awards, but those awards were team awards. We had a great team last year, great coach as well, and it all paid out.
You didn't know you had won the awards, and you were up with the Portland Trail Blazers at the time. Great reaction from your teammates. What was that like?
Oh man, it was awesome. First off, it was the playoffs. It was the first round of playoffs in Memphis, and coach asked me to come up to the front. I'm nervous. I'm like, man, what did I do? I wasn't late. What happened? And then he presented me the Rookie of the Year award. And, I was like, oh man, try to hold back a smile. And everybody started clapping. I went and sat back down with my award, holding on to my award. And then he said, all right, Tim, come back up here again. Won MVP as well, man. And then we got a big standing ovation, and everybody took a big picture. It was, it was truly a great feeling, to have those guys support me and really just show how much they cared about even the success, even though I wasn't on the team all year, what I've been through.
How did you gel so quickly with that team? What was it about the Trailblazers?
They're all a great group of guys from top to bottom. I came in, I asked a lot of questions, and I think that helped them because they showed that I wanted to learn, I wanted to be there, I wanted to get as much as I can from each person. So I think that helped me out tremendously as far as building relationships. And overall, man, we just all became friends.
And now, trading deadline comes, you get waived by the team. What's that experience like? Does it make you angry? Does it make you motivated? What's the process?
Man, you go through so many emotions there. First off, you're sad, because obviously, you got waived, so the piece of that you won't be on the team anymore. And then obviously you go through another piece of, you know, you're missing your teammates. You know, it's hard for me to be able to lead, like, it's basically like your best friend for a whole year. And it's like you're transferring schools back as a kid, you know, so, you know, it's definitely tough. But after that, you know, you move on. I love the game and I want to play no matter what. So, you know, I came back here. In 3 days, I was back here in Portland, Maine, and I was able to play this weekend.
What is it about this building that gets you fired up and playing for Coach Morrison, too? What have you learned here?
Oh, man, top to bottom, man, this is a great city. You know, the fans come out every game, support us. You know, Coach has, you know, been on me since, you know, I got there when we were in Boston in training camp. Man, he's tried to teach me as much as possible, and then it paid off for me last year with the 2 awards and getting the call-ups.
Well, you're the MVP of the D-League. You're the Rookie of the Year in the D-League. So, of course, we got these made. Tim Frazier bobblehead. What do you think about that?
This is the best bobblehead I've ever gotten right here, man. And I'm, like I said, it's truly a blessing, and I'm thankful for Maine for, you know, being able to give this to me. And I appreciate it.
You think that looks like you?
I don't know how much it looks like me, but, you know, I appreciate whoever made this and put their effort into it. I appreciate it.
Tim Frazier won back-to-back Performer of the Week awards and earned a 10-day contract with the New Orleans Pelicans. After just 8 games with the Red Claws, he's back in the NBA.
I think there's a little bit of that still that people don't recognize the level of basketball. Like, there's only probably 15 rookies that make an impact in the NBA their first year. Where are the rest of the guys that graduated the year before? Well, a lot of the top tier ones are here. So if you're a hardcore basketball fan, you're seeing that. It's not often you get to see a guy like a James Young, who was with us for a lot of last year, you know, right there, and get a chance to interact with them. Like, if you come here before a game, they're pretty accessible. If you are a 10-year-old kid and wanted to say hi to James, you get a chance to say hi to James. And then you might see him, you know, out in the community.
Those are the things that continue to make our environment worthwhile. We've been very fortunate to be in a community that loves the game of basketball. And from day one, I mean, we set the bar very high. And I think as we continue to establish ourselves within the community, we quickly became known as a place to play. Once again, kind of reinforcing the fact of whether we win or lose, when you walk outside of the Red Claws experience and you experience it all together, it's going to be a great experience.
Hey Red Claws fans, my name's Steve Marcus. I'm a basketball operations assistant. I'm here to take you behind the scenes with what we do here on a game day. Our days usually start around 8:30 in the morning when the visiting team comes in. We have to set up the court for them. That means bringing up the balls, bringing up the waters, bringing up the score clock. The visiting team shoots from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. The Red Claws come in around 11 a.m. where we watch game film to prepare for that night's opponent. After our shoot around goes from 11 a.m. to noon, we bring our guys back to their team hotel in Scarborough, and then we come back and start setting up the locker room. James and Isaac live at the hotel with the players and do the majority of the driving, while Ryan, myself, and Jeff stay here and take care of most of the day-to-day stuff in the locker room. We do anything from team laundry, getting all the guys' loops ready for the game, to setting up the locker room with all the jerseys, making sure it's clean and presentable for when the guys come back. In each player's locker, we put their home uniforms, their home shorts, their shooting shirts, along with the scout for that day. We lay the scout on top of their shooting shirts so that then when they arrive at the arena, that's the first thing that they see. We also put their shower shoes, their game shoes right next to each other. When we set up the lockers, the game shorts have to be pressing up against the left side of the locker, and the jerseys have to be right next to the game shorts with the player's last name facing out. Just a little superstition that us basketball operations staff members have that we look to do on game days, and it's worked for us so far. Our team arrives back at the locker room at 4:30, where we watch some more film, preparing for our opponent again tonight. At 5:15, we start with our groups. There's usually 3 or 4 groups consisting of 2 to 3 players. We break it down into our guards, our bigs, our wings, and then if we have any guys on assignment from the Boston Celtics, they go last. Each group consists of 15 minutes. 10 minutes on the court of doing drills, and then 5 minutes of stretching and ball handling that they do at the end of that 10-minute workout. The basketball operations staff consists of 5 members. 2 of the members sit up top in Paco's Pavilion and video the game. They also chart it with a sports code game breaker, charting player minutes, all of our offensive and defensive sets, and our after timeout plays. 2 of our other team members sit behind the bench and chart our plays. And I sit behind the scorer's table and chart early clock long twos and catching it on the run for all of our staff with the Boston Celtics. They want all this information right after the game. On 7 p.m. tip-offs, our nights usually end around 1:32 in the morning, and we're back here the next morning ready to do it all again.
Can't wait until next season to experience all the Maine Red Claws action? Join Crustacean Nation by becoming an official season ticket holder. You'll receive a guaranteed seat for all 24 home games with further playoff options available, access to exclusive meet and greets with the players and coaching staff, discounts on any Red Claws merchandise and additional tickets, and much more. For more information, head to MaineRedClaws.com or call the number below. Don't wait until next season to get in on all the fun. Reserve your seats today.
He's Jordan Mickey of the Boston Celtics, also has played with the Maine Red Claws this season. Jordan, back up in Portland today. What's going on here at the YMCA?
I had a little Fit to Win program. Kids out here having a lot of fun. They're out here, being active, eating healthy. So it was a great event today.
Do you enjoy doing things like this?
I do. I enjoy going out into the community. Showing that I do care about things like this, and this has been an ongoing issue in our country, just being healthy, eating healthy. So I enjoy things like this.
Now, you started the season with us, the Red Claws, back up with the Celtics now, doing a great job. What's the season been like?
It's had its ups and downs, but overall, it's been a great season so far for me. Like I said, I was down here with the Red Claws, which I had an amazing time. Being able to play with you guys, and then getting that call back up to the Celtics was a great feeling as well. And being able to play a little bit was even better.
That triple-double with the Red Claws on December 31st, 13, 13, and 10 blocks. Where does that rank in the games that you've played?
So far, that ranks #1 in all the games I've played. It's probably one of my better performances overall.
What's the experience been here in Maine? What's the atmosphere like as a player? You played in the Celtics, obviously big venues, come to the intimate atmosphere of the Expo. What's that like as a player?
Surprisingly, it's actually a very, very great experience. The crowd's always there. They're always sold out. They're loud. They know a lot about the game, so they know what they're out there looking at, and it's just a great feeling to be out there, have guys around or people around that know what they're looking at and enjoy the game.
What did you learn when you were here with the Red Claws that you're using now that you're with the Celtics?
Just being prepared, going out playing your hardest every time out, and just be ready for your opportunity.
Well, best of luck going forward, Jordan. Obviously, we'd like to see you back here, but if you're up with the Celtics, that's okay too.
Yeah, thanks, glad to be back.
All right, Jordan Mickey, the Boston Celtics.
We're all big sports fans here at Unum, like, a lot of our community. And when we heard that the Red Claws were coming to town, we were intrigued by it because we knew it was going to be something new and something that kids would really enjoy. Our 3 pillars of giving are public education, health and wellness, and arts and culture. So it did make sense, to come on board as a partner of theirs. The Shooting Stars program it's phenomenal. It gives our groups the opportunity to go in a half hour before the general public goes in. The idea is to get them involved with something that, they have a camaraderie. They come in as a group. An example of that group would be Strive, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Boys and Girls Clubs. And the kids come in and they get to enjoy, at no cost, a game, and they get a chance to meet a player or two, and those players can talk to the kids about what they have done in life and what their aspirations are. Having professional athletes speak to kids is eye-opening. They hear from the players about some of the crossroads that they've had in life, and it's great because a lot of these kids are going through those same things themselves. When they come over to speak to the kids, they're very relaxed. They'll sit down, sign autographs, have pictures taken with them. We also have 4 seats, gold seats, and we like to take the kids in our group and bring them down there every quarter and rotate them so they get an opportunity to be real close to the action.
Strive is a local nonprofit that's really fortunate to have a lot of great community connections, and Unum is right at the top of that list. And they're a unique combination of volunteers and contributions and donations and just ongoing regular support. They're really there anytime that we need them, and they've worked with us for a number of years. And we're just happy to have them on board. Shooting Stars is a great program, and we're really pleased to be a part of it. And it's great that two of our partners, Unum and the Red Claws, work together to do things for nonprofits like us. We're just really fortunate because we get to take a group of our young people that might not have the means otherwise to go to a basketball game. And one of the big things that we work on at Strive is getting people out in the community and being part of the community. So it's important to go and do things like that. And it's really cool because you get to go and you get to all sit together, get to just be a part. You know, there's no bad seats in the expo, everyone's right on top of the action. It's fun. For a lot of our members, it's the first time maybe going to something like that. It's the first time that they've had an experience like that. And the Shooting Stars program also gives them a takeaway at the end. There's something tangible. They've done everything from hats to backpacks to t-shirts and things like that. And it's a memento that people can carry with them from that day. Everybody loves it. You know, everybody always looks forward to it. They ask, you know, when our date's going to be for the following year, and just we always have people that want to go every year if they can.
When people see the Unum logo, we want them to think about community. Even in the logo itself, it has the 3 dots, which represents people. People of all different shapes, sizes, different backgrounds. It's kind of like the organizations that we support and those that are at the games. We look at people that represent themselves well in the community too. And I think that the Red Claws do a great job at that. The way they behave on the court, the way they behave in the community, their work ethic, that's all really important. It's a lot of things that Unum strives to do as well. And I think that's why the partnership just became pretty seamless from the beginning.
It seems like just yesterday, but the Maine Red Claws are now in their 7th season. Maine burst onto the NBA D-League scene in 2009 to immediate success. The Red Claws started by selling out every game in the inaugural season, and the fan base has never slowed down. From day one, the Red Claws have been a proud affiliate of the Boston Celtics, moving to a 1-to-1 affiliation in 2012. Over the years, big names have put on the Red Claws uniform, from Avery Bradley in 2010 to Marcus Smart and James Young last year. Reaching the NBA is a dream of every player in the D-League. Over the years, the Red Claws have seen 15 players get the call, earning a Gatorade call-up to the NBA. Some, like Shelvin Mack, have become stars at the next level. 3 seasons ago, the Red Claws reached the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Despite being the number 8 seed and heavy underdogs, the Red Claws nearly pulled out 2 upsets, but in the end fell to Rio Grande Valley. Last season saw the Red Claws' first true successful campaign on the court. Under D-League Coach of the Year Scott Morrison, Maine finished with 35 wins, tied for the best record in the league. The Red Claws were led by Tim Frazier, league MVP and Rookie of the Year. The Red Claws reached the playoffs for the 2nd time and hope to go even farther this season. Since 2009, the Red Claws have strived to become a part of the Maine community, people that are rabid basketball fans. As part of our 7th season, the Red Claws are celebrating all things basketball in the state of Maine. From Fort Kent to Kittery, Maine is a basketball state, and the Maine Red Claws are thrilled to be a part of your community. Thank you, Crustacean Nation, and we'll see you at the Expo.
Good afternoon, everybody. Evans Boston, Maine Red Claws head coach Scott Morrison. A thrilling game today, the game we've all been waiting to see. It's your Maine Red Claws coaching staff playing in a men's league playoff game. What do you think, Coach?
I mean, I think that the guys had the talent to get it done. We'll see what happens if they came to play or not.
Now, they asked you to coach them in this game, and what was your response to that?
I can't afford any more losses on my record. I've had quite a few over the last decade or so, and I'm really trying to just put myself in situations where I can improve my winning percentage.
So just a flat-out no?
Flat-out no. I never even thought about it.
Joined now by Corey Walden of the Maine Red Claws. Now, Corey, how often do you hear this coaching staff talk about their adult league, men's league games?
They talked about it quite a bit. They claimed that they were pretty good. You know, I bought into it, and I'm excited to see how they perform.
Well, this is the playoffs right here for them. Do or die. And what do you see from their pregame routine here that you like?
We got a focus group right here, you know, ready, just getting their mind ready for the game. You know, you got some jokesters on the team, but you know, once the ball goes up, I know they'll be ready for it.
Who do you expect to be the leaders of this team on the floor?
I expect big JT, you know, the big force on the inside. I expect them to do some damage, and I expect, you know, Sean. Sean's a great shooter.
There we see Jeff Morrison
Here's
there.
Jeff. That's probably his role in the team, which is provide antics on the sideline. Isaac's been playing well in our practices. We had to use him in some Red Claw practices when we were shorthanded guys. He's a deflection king. He's long, rangy. We'll see if he has the offensive skills to go with the defensive effort.
Let's go to the action now. There's Sean Fine, assistant coach, with the ball here.
That's a handback. We call that a handback. Sean works on it with the guys every day. No surprise that he knocked it down. JT's a pretty wide screen in men's league.
Outside, oh, the rebound from Seth Cooper. Oh, a nice pass to Isaac Jenkins.
Oh, that's those guys that they're fine. Seth likes to rebound and jog it up, and he's got good court vision. Isaac runs the floor well.
Cam Twist down on the near blocks. Now kicks it out to Fine from way downtown.
Big shot from Fine. It must be the first minute of the game by the look of the sweat on his jersey.
There's Cam Twist, top of the key. Hands off to Morrison now. Long three. Oh, he got it.
Well, I don't know what to say about that. I was surprised it went in.
Back the other way again. It's a 3-ball in the corner there.
Not much effort to try to run him off the line there.
James Thomas gives it to Sean Fine, and pick and roll.
Yeah, it's great awareness. Know your personnel, know who to go to, the hot hand, and he took advantage of it.
Back the other way, though, a defensive breakdown here leads to the easy deuce.
Yeah, they lack a hustle on that one.
On the inbound here, and oh, costly turnover.
Oh, they got
leads to the easy dunk.
Oh, they got sloppy with it.
There's Isaac Jenkins with the steal and the lay. Well,
oh, he missed it, but he stayed with it. Oh, he definitely stayed with it.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah.
Anything you see here that you can learn from and take to the Red Claws game? Fine nearly turns the ball over. Here's Isaac Jenkins. Seth Cooper, top of the key, and he buries it.
Well, he needs some time to get it off, but if you give it to him, he can knock it down. You got to get a scouting report on these guys. He's a lefty. You got to contest him on the left side. There's Isaac doing what he does, getting deflections and running the floor. If you can't dunk it, lay it in.
John Fine again from downtown.
Fine's strategy seems to be just to try and score more than his opponent.
And the free throw here, this will be an easy rebound.
Oh! I missed the easy rebound on the block on the free throw.
And that is a wrap. The Red Claws coaching staff loses by 10.
It's a tough one. They were in the game, had a chance to win it, had a couple miscues and came back to bite them. I've been in quite a few tough games, but this one was a dog fight, and it was a hostile environment. Lots of colors and flags and whatnot, so yeah.
Yeah, it really looked like a tough place to play. Closing thoughts on this game, Coach?
To be honest, I was probably, as pleased as anyone that they lost, so I could stop hearing about the men's league in the office every day. But these guys are my friends, and I wanted them to win. But we see enough film in the D League that if you don't play defense, you don't contest shots, it's tough to get a win.
MVP of this team?
That's a good question. I would have to say Fine based on the highlights, but based on the pregame celebrations, I have to say Jeff Morrison.
How about least valuable player on the team?
Well, Steve Marcus seemed to get the least amount of clips, but he does the dirty work. He's not afraid to throw a ball at an opponent or talk some trash or drive guys to the game. So in theory, that he earns his place and probably deserves more minutes than he got.
I'm told he leads the league in technical fouls.
Well, he's a bit of a Bob Dunewald from Iowa in that regard. But, hey, Bill Lambier had a long career, and I think Steve fits that role for the men's league team.
Well, maybe next year. Good luck to the Red Claws coaching staff. See you next time.
Ralph Sampson, number 50 for the Maine Red Claws. First sport I actually played was baseball, but, it was kind of a little boring, on the boring side for me. I played first base, and at that age, everybody made the first. So I got kind of bored just kind of standing there waiting for the ball to be thrown to me. So I made the switch to basketball, playing it through the years. And my freshman year in high school, I actually went out for the golf team. It was a completely different dynamic, different aspect, different way of competing, whole different mental process. And still every now and then go out into the driving range and hit a couple balls out there and just to see if I still got it.
Do you consider yourself a mentor?
Yes, I do. Through the Red Claws Read to Achieve program, I've been able to go out into different schools and be able to read to kids and be able to tell them like how important reading is and be able to tell them how reading has affected my life and has actually gotten me to the level I've achieved right now. And so I try to be an example to younger generations so they can look and see that there's different ways of getting success. The game of basketball is more than what you see in the NBA. It's more than the lifestyle. It's more than just going out there and playing every night. It's like that knowledge of what it feels like, the pressure, the stress that goes with it. There's someone who maybe has never played basketball, never made to that level, wouldn't be able to tell you the level of stress it goes through and how to handle it and how to even overcome it.
Talk to me a little bit about your father. How was it growing up under an NBA Hall of Famer?
Well, I think first for me, he's always just kind of been dad who just so happened to play basketball. I actually didn't know how good of a player he was until I was able to fully understand how hard it was to get a 3-time Player of the Year in college. The amount of impact he had on playing with the Rockets, and there used to be times when people come up to us at dinner or when we're out just kind of having family time and we wanted pictures and autographs, and I used to think that at first it was kind of weird, like why would they want his autograph? He played a long time ago. And then once I started growing and becoming tall myself, that started happening to me a little bit, so it was kind of like I kind of knew how to handle it and all that. So it's really just been more of a father figure, dad, since in the basketball aspect kind of just came secondhand to it.
Have you ever felt a little bit of extra pressure from it, or are you just kind of more on the proud train?
I kind of use it more as an attribute. Growing up, there was always people that wanted to put that pressure on me, being my father's son. Oh, I have to play like him, I have to reach his level of success and achievement. Both the achievements and the negativity goes in one ear and out the other. And he's even told me this himself. This is kind of one of his famous quotes to me. The pressure doesn't come from other people, the pressure comes from within. So it comes from whatever pressure you put on yourself is what you're getting at, and that's the only pressure that you have to kind of acknowledge in your life.
Can't wait until next season to experience all the Maine Red Claws action? Join Crustacean Nation by becoming an official season ticket holder. You'll receive a guaranteed seat for all 24 home games with further playoff options available, access to exclusive meet and greets with the players and coaching staff, discounts on any Red Claws merchandise and additional tickets, and much more. For more information, head to MaineRedClaws.com or call the number below. Thanks for watching. We hope to see you at the games, and until next time, stay strong, Crustacean Nation.
Go Red Claws! The best fans in the league, standing ovation. Clap, clap, bravo. Shout out to Crustacean Nation. Defeating any teams we be facing. We the best, man, face it. So go red, go white, go red, go white. Now when I say red, y'all say claws. Red, claws, red.